Donald Trump stepped onto the stage loaded with talking points. Barack Obama walked in with something far tougher to counter: the truth, delivered with the kind of unshakable confidence that turned one moment into an instant viral clip. This wasn't just another political event. The whole country sensed something big was coming. You could see it in the way people canceled plans, left dishes in the sink, and planted themselves in front of TV and glowing laptop screens. This wasn't some forgettable local segment. It was primetime live, and the names on the marquee were Barack Obama and Donald Trump. The venue, the packed San Jose Civic Auditorium, every seat filled, over 0 people crammed inside, others standing in aisles or pressed against walls. The energy was electric. Friends whispering predictions, strangers debating outcomes like seasoned sports analysts. On stage, 2 identical podiums faced the audience, angled just enough toward each other to hint at confrontation. The lighting was bright, almost clinical, leaving no shadows to hide a smirk or a frown. Officially, it was billed as a bipartisan town hall on economic recovery. In theory, the goal was simple: share solutions, exchange perspectives, keep it civil. But even the moderators knew the unspoken subtext: get ready for a fight, and in suits no less. They weren't wrong. As cameras panned the room, they caught glimpses of signs, some handmade, some professional. Slogans like "Bring back integrity," "4 more years," "Truth matters." The crowd's divide was obvious, but the energy was shared. Everyone wanted a moment they'd remember. Backstage, a makeup artist dusted powder over Obama's cheekbone while a producer murmured in his earpiece, "We'll live in 90 seconds." Obama just nodded, glancing at a few neatly arranged papers on his podium. No clutter, just a couple of stapled sheets, a pen, and a glass of water. He wasn't here to wing it. He came with receipts. Trump's side was different. A stack of note cards sprawled across his podium, an uncapped Sharpie on top. He'd been pacing since arrival, occasionally glancing toward the stage entrance like he was trying to gauge the crowd before facing them. His advisors huddled around him, one clutching unemployment figures, another gripping a chart on job growth. It was prep, sure, but it looked like last minute scrambling. The countdown hit 10 seconds. The room hushed in a slow wave, like a tide pulling back. The moderator, veteran journalist Paul Landers, stepped forward alongside political correspondent Monica Rivera. "Good evening, America," Paul began. Tonight, we bring you a conversation between the 44th and current 45th presidents of the United States. Our focus, economic recovery and bipartisan cooperation in a post-pandemic America. Polite applause followed. The camera cut wide. Please welcome President Donald Trump and President Barack Obama. Trump entered first, stride deliberate, a practiced half-smile on his face. Applause swelled from one side of the room, mixed with scattered boos. Seconds later, Obama walked in from the opposite side, unhurried, scanning the crowd. This time, the applause was just as loud but steadier, almost rhythmic. They shook hands, brief, stiff eyes locked but unreadable. "Gentlemen," Monica started, "we'll begin with opening statements. You each have 2 minutes." Trump leaned in first, thanking the audience before launching into a highlight reel of his administration's wins. Record job numbers, booming markets, unmatched pandemic relief. His side of the room cheered, but the cameras caught skeptical faces mixed in. When Obama's turn came, he thanked the moderators, the audience, even Trump, for sharing the stage in a spirit of open conversation. His voice carried calm warmth, but there was weight behind it, a quiet signal he wasn't here for small talk. He acknowledged progress, but stressed that recovery had to be measured in real paychecks and kitchen table struggles, not just spreadsheets. The first few questions were softballs, small businesses, inflation, but the tension simmered beneath every answer. Then came the moment that tipped the scales. An audience member, a restaurant owner from Reno, stood and asked about pandemic relief. "I applied twice," she said, voice tight. "The paperwork said the program was expanded, but we never saw a dime." Trump called her case an unfortunate exception, insisting most got help. He referenced White House reports but didn't elaborate. Obama waited, then replied without raising his voice, "Actually, the numbers show nearly 18% of Nevada small businesses that applied never got relief. That's not an exception, that's 1 in 5. He didn't look at Trump. He looked at her, the air shifted. The next question came from a teacher. How do we separate truth from spin when the numbers don't match what people are living through? Obama didn't rush. Numbers are like snapshots, he said. You can frame them any way you want, but step back and you see the real picture. He cited Trump's own labor stats, asterisk last month's 10-year job growth high, 43% of those jobs were part-time, no benefits. Asterisk Trump cut in, that's a distortion. Obama set his papers down, calm. Check the sources. They're your administration's. The crowd erupted. Social media exploded. Your Treasury report is wrong started trending. Later, a retired auto worker named Frank asked why corporations got relief faster than workers like him. Trump defended the system. We had to save big companies to save jobs. Obama countered. The relief bill gave corporations $500 billion before sending $1 to workers like Frank. That's not hypothetical. It's in the bill. Trump snapped. You're twisting it. Obama held up a page. It's your Treasury report, dated February 8th. Look it up. Then came the line that sealed the night. Obama, steady, said, you can't claim victory just because you threw a parade while people were still digging out of the rubble. The room roared. Online clips went viral instantly. Parade in the rubble became shorthand for the entire showdown. By the end, the contrast was undeniable. Trump's volume versus Obama's precision. Bluster versus receipts. Polls later showed a 9-point swing in Obama's favor. Pundits called it a masterclass in composure, but the real lesson wasn't about who won. It was about what cuts through the noise, truth plainly told without flinching.